Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. So, Raiders, if you're still here, it looks like some of you are. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Here. I think you know Rena.
Yeah.
And that's Mathis. So, anyways, so let's get back to it. What was your plan? What did you guys want to do as you came into the city, separated from them? It was a nice distraction. Even though it brought a lot of attention to your direction, at the same time, it was a distraction. Now, as Ophios's character, as Ophios has been seen through the performance and everything, that he's a very tame and well-behaved snake. As he's traveling through the city, people might be freaked out to see a giant ass snake slithering about, but at the same time, others might be like, no, that's the one from the show earlier, and it kind of gives him a little bit of a free pass. You know, it's been a few days, several days, if not, saw like, well over a week since the last big show you did in Chisodal. So when he did the whole like big eating thing, you can imagine as Ophios is slithering around, he's got like legs of a goat sticking out the side of him or something, as
That's not, there's a bulge in the area of where it is that you don't see legs sticking out.
No.
Then Bugs Bunny.
Listen, he actually swallowed a Roddy, and you can see it's like face pressed up again. Anyways, so you guys are traveling through the city. What was your plan of attack? How did you want to handle this? Where were you going first? Talk to me.
She would defer to Yondis in this situation.
Yeah, Ophios has no clue. He's never been here.
Yeah, I guess we'll head to the hospital to see if Dad's still kicking. See if I can mental link with him when I get within a mile of the hospital or not.
Okay. You try to link with your father?
Yeah.
You cannot.
I'm still have to roll for it to waste the die, so hold on.
Go right ahead.
Cool. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, so I guess as we're walking through the city, we won't get to the hospital. He'll tell you that we're headed towards the hospital that he was told his father was at. I don't remember if there was a specific name for it or if there's only one or whatever it is.
And I remember Jen saying that too.
Yeah.
Well, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to believe Jen, right?
Yeah, as we're on the way, when we get within a mile of it, give or take, yards, whatever, he'll kind of stop in the street and just take a pause and like look around and take a deep breath and then start walking towards his home instead. And he'll say, "Never mind, I'm going to my house." And then we'll walk to my house.
Okay.
Ophios in that moment would probably look at Rena after he says that and then slither behind Yondis.
She'd just shake her head and then continue after Yondis.
Mm-hmm.
You guys would walk over towards your family's estate. As you know, it is not a small mansion that you're approaching. So as you go walking up to the front door of the mansion, as you go walking up to, I imagine there's that moment of pause as you're like walking through like the garden area in the front. But eventually you go up to the front door, and as you start to raise your hand to knock the door, it opens. And again, you see a familiar servant standing there and says, "Yondis."
Am I too late?
I'm sorry.
It's probably better this way.
Come inside quickly.
The snake is with me.
Looks down at the snake, goes,
I know my father wasn't.
I was like, all of a sudden, like a big, it's not like, he's like 17, 22 feet long. That's a big snake. Seeing that in a city is genuinely frightening.
I know my father wasn't one for keeping pets, but I feel he can no longer make a ruckus of it.
Is all the response you get as they pull the door open for the three of you, two, and snake of you, to come in.
Oh,
You
Ophios
guys,
would like pause in the
Rena, like,
doorway, look at the
I walk
servant,
through.
nod at him, and then slither on.
Mhm.
kind of looks up at Rena,
idea
like makes
of
eye
the
contact with
servant-
Rena, like did that snake just nod at me?
She nods again.
Like a profile shot of the servant holding the door open as like one person walks through, the next person walks through, the snake slowly slithers in and just
takes a
keeps
long time,
going. It's
yeah.
so long, it takes forever. And it like stops and it nods to her and keeps going. Yeah,
The door clicks shut.
quite the scene.
The door clicks shut eventually, and they'll bring their attention to you and say, Yondis, the lawyer, has come by talking about your father's will, and how he had things arranged. As you know, much of it was automatically handed over to your mother, and she was also placed as
sorry. Is he buried here?
Those matters I'm not entirely privy to. As I was saying, the lawyers have come by and they've handled much of those matters, details that he had prearranged for when he finally passed, as most nobles do, and I'm sure you will one day. But I got into a bit of a side conversation with one of the lawyers. Much was meant to be left for you, Yondis, in the will. Your father's estate was meant to be left for you. But your relation to a companion of yours, Rena, she's known as Rena the Destroyer. She has several other titles, Queen of Snakes. They say, then they look down at the snake, then look up at this female form that's with you. Clearly, Rena has a disguise on. She has the hood of disguise to cover her. But then they kind of like clicks in their mind. They look at this person. They go, well,
You were saying.
yeah. But the lawyer had lunch with a local magistrate. Apparently, they were talking. Anything that was meant for you is on. It's all being tangled up. It's all going to be confiscated. Every bit of the estate that belongs to you. At the very least, until you are appropriately apprehended and trial. Sorry, Yondis. I'm sorry that your father passed, and I don't know what these rumors are of you being tangled up with a terrorist, but apparently it comes from the Valere. At the very least, from her Master of War's desk. And it's... I think everybody in... I think the provinces are... This news has been spreading.
Damn. Have you seen my mother recently? Has she been back from her trip?
We have not seen her once.
Okay. And then what of my brother? Will he go into a home?
He's being looked after. I imagine when your mother finally returns home, she'll take over raising him again, but for now he's got his nannies and his tutors.
Yeah, that'll have to do for now. Alright. So what did my father leave for me then? Or what was he trying to leave for me?
Shakes their head. I don't know. I just had heard that everything had been getting confiscated. I don't know what it was meant to be. I don't know if it was anything of personal significance or just of value. I don't know.
It was all taken already?
I believe so. I could be mistaken. Certainly, they've already come through the actual house itself, but the warehouse is a little bit different. Anything that's stored there is handled differently. Your father had arranged it that it acted as its own corporation under a. I mean, honestly, it's passed through so many names over the years. It was a confusing situation, but it actually looked like your father wasn't even the proprietor of the family business, but instead your grandfather or great grandfather or something like that was instead. It was a strange little hiccup in the paperwork, but the good news is it meant legally nothing could be touched in there as of yet. That does mean that legally that has not been apprehended from your access yet.
So you're saying if I need to get something to go to the warehouse now and get it before it's too late?
Anything in that warehouse
Whatever
belongs
was
to
left
your
for me.
great grandfather or whatever it is, so taking without permission would be a form of theft. I would never suggest such a thing. But the locks are all set the same. Your mother hasn't been around to change them.
Yeah. Well, you know me, I wouldn't stoop so low. Is my brother here?
No. He was sent to one of the other estates, a bit of a retreat. He just lost his father, so
good.
he's awfully young.
That's probably a good thing. Okay. Well, thank you. My father was always a little hard on you, but your kindness knows no limits.
They nod appreciatively, and then they'll do like I mean, it's been a long time since you've been close to this person, but they're one of the people that help raise you around the house. So then they will kind of move in and give you like a very long and warm embrace, like a genuine hug. Unfortunately,
Yeah, who's counseling who now?
yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where they're giving you a hug to be nice, but at the same time, like you're actually more removed in the scenario than they are because they have no idea you were in the hyperbolic time chamber for 60 years, so they have no idea
Yeah.
that you're more removed than they are. This actually is affecting you less than it is them. So they're giving you a hug to console you, but just taking the consultants. Either way,
Yeah.
they eventually kind of like, move back from the brace, one of those where they still have like a hand on either of your, upper arms and kind of hold you there. And they say, reach out to me if you need anything. Even if, well, you're not a Metahina. So we're all still around.
I'm sure you'll find that working for my mother is not much better. I'm sorry to say.
At least
But
she's
you
not
already know
home
that.
often. They say, trying to be kind.
Yeah, at least that. If my brother is to return and live here, I'd be happy to know that you'd stay. Thank you, and I'd best be going before the lawyers come back.
Yeah. I would suggest as much. Though the good news is you get a fair bit of warning. The number of people that hounds the lawyers, they only travel through the city in wagon now with guard stationed atop or within the wagons with them. And as they dismount from the wagons, carriages, sorry, I meant to say carriages the whole time. And as they dismount from the carriages, they'll be accosted by various other business owners that make claims of funds that were still due, that they expect to have paid. So you usually have several minutes of them trying to wade their way through and into the estate. Everybody wants a piece.
Well, I'd best not risk it. Take care. Be well.
Be care, take well.
And, yeah, exactly. And then he'll start walking out the front door.
You tried to go walk
Oh.
out?
I mean, obviously, not alone. I'm not just gonna leave you two.
Yeah, yeah.
He'd hold the door open and be like, "We should go."
You look at Ophios, you say, she knows too much.
No.
He just had a goat yesterday.
Ophios is
Several.
in
He's
his
still-
friend's
yeah, it's
home,
fine.
and I'm full.
Follow. I'm gonna go outside.
So
Ophios said,
you go to
"Let's
you
go."
turn to go to leave, and she would say one more time, "You're not, are you?" It's like handle on the door. You're not what they say.
Certainly not. But
What was that? I missed that first word.
certainly not.
Certainly not. Okay.
But I haven't been the most innocent. I've been trying to be good.
Be safe, Yondis. Come home one day.
Yeah, he'll just nod and make his way out.
And
Yeah, another long side profile of me
I-
holding the door open for a snake that's 17 feet long.
I imagine he's the first one to leave. Ophios is out
Okay.
first.
Okay,
Mm.
damn. I was hoping it'd be easy.
No, that's the snake. Ooh.
The voice
It sounded
came
like
out
a
of him.
ghost.
What the fuck was that?
It was. It was like terror and amazement at the same time.
It's like that's the sound someone makes when like a squirrel in like a Home Alone movie jumps in their pants or something. That's not a sound you make when you see a snake.
Or
God.
awesome.
Anyway, time of day.
Because you guys did the big performance, lots of training and whatnot. You imagine you came in here in the late morning, but by the time you finally got to the estate, it's probably about noon or just after noon.
We have some time to kill before nightfall. Anything you want to see in Osto?
I know nothing of this city, but perhaps gauging who's the enemy? Or perhaps you want to see where your father is resting. He says that in that order. For the record.
Yeah, I got that. I fear it won't be easy. And perhaps I'll come back and see if someone knows later. Maybe when we're done with everything.
If you're sure.
But we need to be kind of in a low profile here, since apparently half the town's looking for me. Not to mention the psychic companions that Jen's been keeping here.
You think she made it back?
I don't know, but I don't remember them traveling with us.
Do you think Abstergo is here?
They could have traveled
Probably.
that far that quickly.
He could.
13 can travel that far that quickly. I don't know of Jen. I doubt she's back. Perhaps we find find a place to stay that's not on a well-beaten path.
Are we not staying with the goblins this time?
You think they'll attract too much attention?
I think
I mean, there are reports of a giant snake being with them. I don't know
think
how
all
much
of
Jen
the
knows,
above.
but Jen did see you, right?
Yeah, she saw him.
I was delirious in that moment. Very weak.
Well, then, let's hope she won't recognize you or someone. Shut the fuck up, Wade. Yeah, maybe we should tell the goblins that we'll stay somewhere else for the night and meet up with them tomorrow.
I'm sure they'll realize.
I can let them know.
And we can also charter a boat for all of us, since we'll need one. Oh, fuck. The goblins are going to trade at the warehouse right now, aren't they?
I imagine
Perhaps we head
still
there
performing
first?
their show, or perhaps selling their goods. I don't know their plans. I was busy performing.
I think we should check in on them.
Seems fair enough to me.
All right. Follow me. We'll go to the warehouse. And then our portraits move on the map with like the dotted line behind us.
Travel music, please.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry about your dad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I just realized who this was. Sorry.
I did too. I thought this was a stranger on
I
the
was like,
street,
who
and then I
the
was like,
fuck?
wait, no.
Oh.
Dad, you know I don't care for you, right?
He still speaks to you.
Yeah.
No, listen.
Tries.
All
Who speaks
jokes.
to who? What?
Bro, sorry about your dad.
Thank you, Chad.
Yeah. Sucks, I know. Sorry.
Well, you're not. I mean, you're dead too, Chad. Technically.
I mean, I'm still about.
Not really. You're just kind of a voice in my head at this point.
Look at that. You're keeping it alive for me.
What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, but what do you
Does
really
she-
have without, like, if anything,
It's the ring.
without my perception of
Hold
knowing
up.
that you're soul trapped in
Did
a
Rena
ring,
just talk about me?
sure.
Tell her I said hey.
I wouldn't put any
You
eggs
got
in that
this
basket
ring.
there.
And there's apparently
Listen.
this really inappropriate person.
It's not about putting eggs in baskets, but what you're
Living
putting in the
inside of
eggs.
it?
You know what I'm saying? Tell her I said hey.
Speaks to Giannis. Giannis told me not to talk to him. I don't know why.
Come on.
Rena, I think we'll have to change the rules.
What?
Apparently we can't, not only can you not talk to him ever, but perhaps never talk about him again, too.
Come on.
He seems to be responding well to your acknowledgement of his existence.
Oh,
Bro, did you see them
God, okay.
glutes? Come
Um,
on.
I promise I won't talk about it again. Sorry, Ophios.
Wow. The worst.
Ophius, do you have any hands?
He does actually.
You want to talk to this guy for a while?
That'd be pretty funny.
Only if I'm not in snake form, I have hands, but I have my tail. I
Don't
guess
put
you
it
could
on.
Put the ring on the tail.
Don't take
I
it.
need it. You're not taking the ring. I need it. Sorry.
Fair.
Also, it has to attune, so you'd have
Just
to
make sure
spend
you
some time
leave
with
the
it.
ring somewhere that a different campaign finds it. Okay, like that's the most important thing.
You got it. You got it, Scott.
Maybe you give it to the
We'll have the
goblins.
hand. the hand of cursed rings. It's got the stinky pinky, and it's got the Chad ring on the ring finger. We need to fill it up with the last 3. We need to get the last 3 soul rings to finish the infinity ring gauntlet.
Infinity ringlet.
No? That's better.
All right.
Yeah.
You make your way
so
downtown,
go to the
walking
warehouse.
fast, faces past goblin bound.
Sometimes I wish I could kick you from the Zoom call.
Yeah, I know. I do too.
We make it to the warehouse. We see
And
the goblins.
now I wonder.
And they are just
Why
getting to the
Scott
door.
can't stay on track.
So we run up.
Just
ATH.
play the
before
game.
They open the door to the warehouse.
Big sliding door.
So you go to find the goblins, and the goblins are there. They went there first. They didn't have a little side chat and all that stuff, and they're there. You imagine it with where it's parked out in front of the warehouse. They're likely in the front of the warehouse. Do you guys go to walk in the front door? Or
No.
Mm-mm.
like the
probably
showroom, if
just-
you will? Sorry.
No, because we've done that already and we got in trouble. So the only one of us that could theoretically get in there and not really have too much attention on them would be Ophios if he finds the goblins right away. And they're like, oh, that's our snake. Like, Reina's disguise has been outed here. And obviously they know me. So, I think we'll just wait outside in the wagon. And Ophios, if you want to go in, feel free.
Unless you say something to him, he's not going to.
Remember when Messi used to be able to
What
cast invisibility?
As
That was
Elijah.
Elijah.
No, I thought as a bard you could.
I don't
I have to
recall
look at
that
the sheet,
ever
I
being
don't
done.
remember. I know I use charm a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to use spells because you're not very charming otherwise.
So
What do you
mean.
mean?
Let
I
that
have
one
sleep,
linger.
fog cloud, and charm person.
I was marinating, and Rena was like, "I don't like the tension in this room."
That's mean.
That was nice.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that right now,
Yes, you
Mhm.
but
can.
I'm not going to. I'm
Oh.
not going to. No, I'm just gonna wait in the wagon for them to come out.
So you just, so you're not
What
like you're not like going into the facility yourself. I thought you guys were gonna like sneak in the back door.
No,
Technically,
That's a
they are
dumb idea.
distracted.
it's a dumb idea. We break in at night
That's good.
when the place is locked up, because I know all the lock codes.
Yep.
And
So
if
we
I
got-
don't, I could use thieves' tools and try.
So we're go find an inn then instead.
And if you don't have other choices, there's the
You drop the snake in the sunroof. Yeah, smash
or
a
the
window
cape.
and throw the snake through it.
or the cape.
No, I think my idea is cooler.
I choose you, Ophios.
was barreling through the sunroof.
He's 17
Pokemon
feet
battle
long.
begins.
It's how do you throw a 17-foot long snake? I get like the first half of
From
you
a
in there.
Pokeball.
You gotta remember, he's not even. It's not just that he weighs
A shit
1
ton.
ton.
Oh, have you guys ever seen those salmon launchers? Like, jokes aside, have you ever seen the salmon
Yeah.
launchers? Yeah,
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
Ophios inside of a salmon launcher. Like,
Like a can of snakes.
yeah, yes, yes. Oh, you ever see flying snakes?
It's
Like,
just
jokes aside,
Ophios.
have you ever seen a
Once
flying
again.
snake before?
I have, yeah.
I was
Yeah, actually, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Like, imagine Ophios like dropping down from like just like dropping huge distances and traveling ridiculous distances. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, where'd you even come from?
Yeah.
Like, legit.
Yeah, maybe I should have
Where'd you
gotten
even
that,
come from?
that whistle of flying, you know? Maybe I should have gotten that.
The idea of a snake blowing a whistle and hovering through the air
It's a little chain around
is a
his neck.
cartoon. That's a cartoon. That isn't real. Yeah, I think
there's
I
a
think
line.
I think I want to wait. I mean, if you guys want to leave, that's fine. But I want to wait until the goblins come out so I can see exactly what the fuck they just did to
Oh well, that won't be very long.
the business, the family business.
So if you guys just wait a while, a couple hours later, the goblins will eventually come out. And they've clearly made some sort of trade because they're bringing things out. As they go walking out, like, oh! And then they're happy to see you guys and converse you through whatever as you go back into the wagon. I imagine you don't want to talk to the rando goblins. It's specifically terrible at names. Gotta keep looking.
me
It's
too.
specifically
I don't know
Malik or
goblin
Zraz that you'd want to speak to.
Malik's the not drunk one, right? So
Yeah,
Malik.
Zraz is the religious one. He has he's insightful, clearly, right? And he's personable. He's less kind of all over the place, but he also gets drunk pretty early, and it's already later in the day. So Malik is there.
He
Yep.
was drunk at 9 a.m.
No, he was recovering from the night before.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, when you're still drunk from the night before, then technically you're not drunk in the morning. You're drunk from the night before. That
Doesn't
makes sense.
count.
Listen, I've said this before. I've had to get ready for work and go to work still drunk from the night before, and sober up
Oh
while
yeah,
at
listen
work.
to this.
It's
Hey
rough.
Malik, happy to see your trades went well. What'd you acquire?
I don't think I want to share that.
Why not?
There are some things that were acquired to go into display for purchasing, for selling. I think that in bringing to different places, people will pay good coin, make good gold doing it. And some things are for us.
That's a new opinion of yours.
Is it?
You know we'll be traveling together until the Dale ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you won't show us your wares.
No, absolutely you can see our wares.
Just not what you acquired today.
Absolutely you can see the wares that we acquired today. I think you had drinks.
I thought you just said that you weren't going to show us.
Some things are for us. And some things are for selling.
Oh. Don't know if I like that. Do I push it further? Either of you guys want to chime in?
real good.
Ophios is trying to mostly be quiet because passerby seeing a snake talking might be a little alarming.
That's true.
Rena?
Unless you look to
No
her.
thoughts on that, Rena? He will, yeah. They like you better.
Anything particularly useful for our travel?
Thanks for a moment. Maybe. We find things that will help with making wagon move easy. That will help with travel. That's good. We also get food bag for keep them full. Says kind of like tapping one of the oxen. That's good. But well, if for you buy trade, yes, I suppose. Deadport, not nice place. There is what's called? It's what do you called? It's like water but smell. Ooh. And people like. It's his magic version of this perfume. That's his word. You wear this and it becomes smell they like. So let's say I spray some on me, and you, looking at Yondis, smell, say, sweet apples, a smell that you like. But you, says looking at Rena, smell maybe flowers. And you, he says looking over at Ophios, you probably smell fresh kill.
Seem very
That's-
practical.
Interesting.
Yes. Me think
So-
me spray myself, and when dealing with Kadark, they think smell good.
Smart.
Anything in there really catch your eye? Something you didn't get? Making Scott think too much. I'm sorry.
No. He's thinking, he's like, no. Get everything want.
Good. Good.
Anything for protection when we're not around?
Oh, no. That done long ago. God and Mountain. Protects.
Seems you're full of surprises.
Kind of screws up his face looking at you and says, we not need you protection. You just open doors. You're like thief.
I see that now. Let's not say that so loud. Kind of looking around at the people walking by.
You're like burglar.
Um,
I just learned this word. I'd never heard of burglar. I thought it was when you chop up
who
cows
taught
and
you
eat
that
them.
one?
Yeah, inside. He
That's a
says
butcher.
points over
Who
there.
taught you burglar?
He gestures inside.
In what context?
There was someone that tried to burgle place. They're dead.
Yeah, sounds right. How'd they die?
Shrugs. They tried breaking at night. Guess they thought that it's less people at night. They keep many guards at night.
Well, we were thinking of getting a boat to the Dalelands tomorrow. Is that too soon?
Thanks for a moment. Athelin family, only one care about. And good. God and Mountain, very smart. Much trade.
All right. Cool. I guess we'll.
Guys, watch where you step. There's Joshua. You don't want to get that on your shoe.
Joshua.
Oh my God! I almost didn't see him there. I was literally about to step on him.
Yeah, just be careful.
That's wild.
It's hard to get out.
Wow. Thanks for the call out. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Oh my God! And you're right there next to him. Oh, dude, you gotta warn us too.
Is that Wade? He's kind of scummy.
See you.
No, you wait. You,
you, Scott.
Got him.
So she'll look to Giannis, kind of like. So what?
We'll be fine.
Mm.
All right. Well, we're thinking about staying in an inn tonight. I imagine you would like to continue your camping somewhere outside the city for the night. So we'll
What? No.
meet up.
There are inns in the city. That's why they call them inns, because they're in the city.
Yeah. Do you know what an inn is?
Yeah, it's in.
Have you ever stayed in one?
No, but there's beds. Oh. I know the word
Yeah.
bed.
I
Ophios
don't
is just gonna
think you'd like
nudge.
him.
Ophios is nudging Yondis, like, I want to talk, but there's people around.
Says, there are beds and we can still party in room.
No, see, that's the problem.
No, I'm told that
Yeah.
you can have people when you stay room and inn. You can have people come to your room.
It's not exactly like that. Hey, do me a favor and don't make any noise for a second, okay?
Looks at you strangely, but doesn't blink.
You can still blink.
Their blinking makes a smacking sound.
All right, I'm linking me. I hate that. Don't do that. Me, Ophios, and Rena with just this goblin.
Just this goblin?
Just this goblin.
Well,
Is that a problem?
no, it's fine. Ophios will simply say, "Do you want me to go inside? You know my scales can blend in when I choose them to."
Maybe if you went in with the goblin, so you'd still have cover.
Hello?
Being their pet.
Hello?
Shh, not so in here.
He's saying it in
You'll
there.
figure it
He's like, I hear you
Oh,
talking,
okay.
but I don't see you moving your lips. Oh, I'm doing
Yeah,
it too.
we're communicating telepathically. Don't shout so loud.
Wow. When
Also-
Zraz says that God in mountain talks to head, I understand now. Oh.
Yep, just like this. So if
you're like the God
be
in the
willing-
mountain.
if you'd be willing to go in with
It's not a
Ophios here,
You
then
talk
we
at the
should
same
be-
time? It's
should
confusing.
be able
So
to
many
scout
voices in
out
head.
the inside. If you were quiet, there would be one less.
Yondis, they don't know my name.
Oh.
They only know me as Talking Snake.
Well, now you just called me Yondis. So now the cat's out of the bag.
They can't. I can only talk to you.
Yeah. So if you and the snake go inside, then he can get a good look around. I think that'd be very beneficial to us if you'd be willing to take him.
Scott, that-
He said that to the goblin.
Oh, sorry. Say it one more time. I thought you were talking Ophios because he responded to you. So I did not hear that line at all.
Yeah. I cut back after. Okay. He'd say, if you'd be willing to go inside with the snake, so he can get a good look around, that'd be beneficial to us.
He takes two very confident steps over to Ophios, places one hand on like his right the back of his head, like top of his neck kind of area, and says, "I will ride the snake." But he accidentally says it out loud.
Fucking hate this guy. Who made it goblins? Just wondering. Is this all your idea, Scott? The whole goblin camp thing, was that you or is that someone else? I want to know who to blame.
Yondis, please tell him not to ride me.
You could tell him. He's in your mind.
You say that. You say, please don't ride me. He'll look at you and say, "I will ride you gently."
Just walk in and talk to the associates and bring no attention to me, please.
Oh, I am. And it sort of is. It was like, I am distraction. And then he turns around and goblin starts yelling something. So he's calling up, which you know what he's saying.
Oh shit.
You know the name. And a goblin comes running over and they go, what is it? They come over, they take a huge sip of the of some sort of liquid or whatever it is. And it's kind of like, blow
Get
fire.
that weights.
Maybe don't do that inside the building.
Yeah, jeez.
But like a big spurt of fire, and he's like, distraction.
Maybe not something so dramatic.
Oh, no, we just talk.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, he gets it.
So when I lit that, I don't know if you could see it. I don't know if you could have to check the VOD afterwards, but totally a piece flew off and hit my beard.
Yes, I saw that.
Was it on fire?
No,
Oh,
I did
thought
see
it
it
hit
like
my
fly
beard. That's
off.
how you saw me flinch. I was like,
It went out.
it was totally something hit my beard. And I was like, Did fire just hit my beard?
Imagine Scott burning off his own facial hair on stream.
I mean,
For a
he literally
gag.
put the fog machine on in his room and almost choked himself
Whoa.
out. So
That was so much fog.
I rolled well. I rolled an 18 in
nice,
stealth.
nice job. You can luck it if you want.
They have disadvantage when they roll, so.
Rena, I saw
think
the
I'm
fog
okay.
machine right there. Should I?
No. Just please DM.
Okay.
Sorry.
You want me to DM you? Hold up. I'll let you.
Not DM me.
Oh.
DM the campaign, sir.
Oh, sorry. So anyways, yeah, you go sneaking in stealthy, sneaky style. Let's roll their perception, Tyler. /R 1d20. Keep lower 1 plus. These are guards whose job it is to watch this place. So clearly they're proficient and have additional skill here. It's what they
Distracted.
focus on. So I'm giving them a solid +5. But they're distracted, so they're gonna, roll with disadvantage.
Well, they should have double disadvantage because I have.
There's no such thing as double
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Well, maybe you should give them a -2 to their modifier.
Or oh, that did not work. I rolled a 1d20.
Well, it's like +5. Like
This is a 2d20. Oh, I gotta reroll. That sucks.
There we go.
Yeah.
oh,
Even with
shit.
advantage, you would have failed.
Well,
Ouch.
That's
Sorry.
awesome.
Oh. Should I eat Daddy's dice?
so he slips
Yeah,
in.
Yes.
do it. I
Yes.
dare you.
Slips in unnoticed. What do you see?
So he slips in. He's inside the, what's the room I'm looking for?
Warehouse.
Warehouse.
The showroom.
Oh, that's right.
So Tyler, you're inside the showroom. The door outside the showroom and any rooms beyond, those are all locked and sealed. But that doesn't change the fact that you're inside the showroom, which you already know for a fact. Oh wait, has already been told to you, has valuable magic items inside of it. So I imagine Ophios being in here and being unobserved by others and unable to get into any other chambers, at least not without using some sort of magic, whatever it is, would just have to be happy with what he can find around this room.
Yeah, I'm just looking about. I don't know what Messi's looking for, but he'll say through his head because they're still psychically connected. What am I looking for, Yandis?
I just want to know about the guards. We'll figure it out when we're in there.
So, Scott, I'm going to look around for,
Security would be nice.
the
I
security.
mean, in this
and
room,
what
there's the
levels.
typical moving around guards, people that, Yondis has known. Well, not everybody, but people that Yondis would have known. It's like if you describe what the guards look like or anything, he'd be able to easily identify at least 2 of them, people he's known for a long time, since he was
Yeah.
a child. Others might be like new hires or people he doesn't necessarily know as much, so on and so forth. But yeah, you definitely find some beautiful stuff inside there. One thing definitely catches your eye. You see a beautiful looking shield on one of the display cases that's right there. It's like one of those like, ooh, not only is it gorgeous, it's actually kind of a big shield. Like a nice heavy one. One of those things where it clearly isn't meant to be for just some scrawny little dude, 5'9", 127 pounds living out of, Jacksonville, Florida, but like an actual like man. Decent sized shield. Like Rena can hoist this thing. There. But it's one of the things that kind of like really catches your eye. Other than that, like you just see the few guards moving about this place, looking throughout it, so on and so forth, and the people that the goblins are talking to.
The doors are locked going elsewhere. Is there any way we can find a way through those doors with the goblin, or would you like me to try and teleport further in? Here's all the details that I have so far. That's all the guard information. That was me telling all the guard information. You can insert whatever that was there.
Okay. I'll insert more in his gut.
So I tell you, basically
It test-
describe everything in that room and who's there and milling about.
Okay.
And he basically asked, is there any way you can maybe, would they ever take a goblin further in and I can check security that way?
I remember we went to the back room last time we were here, but I think we had to be let in back there. But
No, you were always in the showroom.
we were in the showroom the whole time.
Mhm.
I thought after we had gotten discovered by my dad, he
You
took us
got brought
a
back to
different
your house and spoke in his office.
room. I remember that, but I thought there was another room between there. But okay, that's fine. This cat's loud.
I hear another security guard through the door. They're meowing.
Yeah, I hear him too. Best not get caught in there, Ophios. Okay. Ophios, there should be a room in that warehouse that's inventory, not showroom. If we can find which room that is, it'll make things much easier later.
Scott, are the doors labeled?
I mean, there's only one pair of doors aside from what goes back into the street. There's only one set of doors that go into the warehouse further.
There's only one set of doors.
Is there any way you'd be able to get in there without magic?
If the goblin can find a way to be brought back into inventory, or if the door happens to open for some reason, perhaps I could make my way through.
Make your way downtown.
Any other way would draw attention to myself.
Yeah. You think you can get in there magically?
I can only guess what's on the other side.
If you got in there with magic means, would you be able to leave the same way, or would you be stuck?
I haven't much time to get used to this body. I imagine I could get back out if I still have the same amount of magic within me as I had before this.
I think it's worth the risk.
How far in do you think I can go, or should I just aim for just inside the door?
Just past the door, I think. Perhaps not right in front of it, but to a side.
This will be tricky. Scott, do I have to transform to use my magic?
Nope, not loose fit. Mm-mm.
Okay. Yo.
So you go to use dimension door to pass through. Go ahead and roll me a caster level check. A spell casting score. What is it? Charisma for you? Charisma check.
Charisma.
Yeah, but you have to add your proficiency bonus. So what is that? You click it on your
20 plus 9.
No, it should be on your character sheet. A button for that, isn't there? Under spells, spell attack bonus. This one. Yeah, it's plus 9, but it doesn't. You can't click it though.
9? Yeah. So just roll.
Yeah, plus 9.
R,
That's fine.
1d20 plus 9.
Please roll really high.
How are you feeling about a 21? Or are you trying to teleport?
I'm not trying to teleport super far inside and then to the side of the door. So I'd probably say a little past the door in case there's something on the opposite side of the door, like it's a hallway or something. But I'd probably say I'm moving about, 10 feet away from the door on the opposite side and about 10 feet over.
Okay. So you try to teleport over there and you use your power, you pull someone up to do it. And there's a moment it does finally it goes through. There was something there. There was a fucking field there that legitimately tried to stop you from teleporting through. Good news is you successfully teleported over there. The bad news is it definitely took a lot of effort for you to do so.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. So you get to the on the other side. You're inside of a hallway. There's literally a guard standing right on the other side of the door.
I'm glad I didn't spawn right on the other side of the door.
Yeah, you went a little bit further in, but it's still their job is to be in the hallway. So you go ahead and roll a stealth check, and they're going to. But you have, unfortunately, Tyler, not advantage on the stealth check.
Normal.
Because you didn't just like pop up over here. You popped in, went away, popped in, went away, popped in, went away, popped in. So disadvantage plus advantage equals normal.
We got luck die.
Yikes.
Oh.
Yes!
Okay.
I still lucked, but I didn't know you were rolling right then, so still use that luck die.
They didn't have a friggin' clue.
Wow, we got
Lucky.
very fortunate. Maybe this guy was yawning at the same
He's
time
asleep.
as Ophio's teleport and was like staring up
Asleep,
at the
standing up.
ceiling with his eyes closed.
Okay. You're on the other side.
There's a guard on the other side of the door. I'll move around with
Do I hear that?
With the psychic, yeah.
Yeah. If you're asking me,
cool.
yeah.
He doesn't seem to be very observant.
That's fortunate.
It also took a lot of work to get in here, like there was something preventing me from being able to do what I just did.
Makes sense.
I will.
What about the room you're in? What's in there?
I'll look around.
Here's out of a
Careful.
hallway.
Stay frosty.
I mean, I'm in a hallway. Are there doors, or is it a warehouse?
Absolutely. There are doors to behind you, right, which goes into the showroom. There's a door going to be like not immediately adjacent to you, but on your left-hand side, back a little bit. Another door on your left-hand side, a little bit further up. Another door on your left-hand side, a little bit further up. Another door on your left-hand side, a little bit further up. And then semi-mirrored on the other side. There is no door at the very end. Instead, at the very end, there's a staircase going up.
It's a hallway with a lot of doors.
9 doors and a staircase.
9 doors, and at the end of the hallway, stairs going up.
Bessie, your character hasn't been here in a long time. But intelligence check.
Just flat intel.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Maybe history.
I suppose history could work because it's your own history. Sure.
See, I roll history a lot better.
Ooh.
All right. So you actually distinctly remember those front 2 rooms right there. One of them is going to be any items that are staged to be put out into the showroom that need to either go out there because A, it's for a meeting coming up soon, or because it's going to be transported. To restock what's inside there. And
That's
the
the
other
Chains
one,
of Whips room.
the other one's going to be an office that keeps track of a lot of initial paperwork that need to keep readily on hand, as opposed to in their like deeper library elsewhere inside the building. Those are going to be the front 2 rooms that you have there. The other rooms down here are a lot of like shipping and cargo, like supplies, and an actual shipping and cargo room. So not where they actually would. So this next 2 rooms, it's like supply room for everything that they need to do down here, and then the actual room where they do the actual boxing and packaging and whatnot, or unboxing and unpackaging and whatnot that kind of comes in and out. So again, is the first 4 rooms of the and obviously 1 is the actual showroom. So this is the first 5 rooms of the 9 down there. The next 4 rooms after that are various staging rooms. Again, like when the things kind of come in and get unboxed, this is going to be like where you're going to be looking over the items, what it is that their significance is. These are kind of like the quality of it, how well it's maintained, so on and so forth. This is going to be where you have like your museum, what are they called? Curators. This is where like the curators and experts and whatnot that work for the family are going to be there kind of like looking over the validity and quality and whatnot of the various items that are being imported to look at them. So it's going to be not all 4 of the other rooms, but definitely those other rooms are for that too, of different rooms for different purposes. And you're pretty sure one of the other rooms in here is an actual legit storage room of various items that are not like quick restock like the front one I had mentioned beforehand, but stuff that's like maybe it's a focus thing, like something that they've want to have looked at once again inside one of the searching rooms, or hasn't quite been filtered upstairs yet, or just like more kind of like items that are sitting around down there. So there's realistically, when it comes to a density of items stored, there's 2 down here, paperwork stored 1, and then the others are various all over the places I described. But those last 4 rooms, Master, you can't quite remember which is which.
And then what about the stairwell? Do I know what's upstairs?
Absolutely.
Or
More
downstairs?
offices. More office. So upstairs would be more offices and whatnot, where things kind of like stage meetings are had, et cetera, et cetera. That's also where the various guards and whatnot. That's where their rooms and everything will be. That's kind of like living quarters. Blah blah blah. Downstairs, as you had mentioned, you don't remember it being downstairs. Wait. No, there is a downstairs. But you're pretty sure you remember there being a downstairs. How the hell do you get to it? You don't remember, but you know that there's a downstairs. You're almost positive from your childhood you remember there being downstairs, but you don't remember an easy way of getting to it. That's where the actual warehouse is, where most of the stuff is stored. It's downstairs, but you can't recall how you get to it. My nose is cold.
Okay. All right, Ophios, I think I have an idea. Do you have enough energy to get out?
I could probably teleport back to you if I try, but I'll give it a shot. Is that what you want right now? You want me to look any further?
Yeah, if there's a guard right there in the hall, I imagine the doors will be locked and there isn't really a way to sneak through a door with someone staring at it. Plus, I remember where a few of those rooms are, and I think I have an idea of what the next step should be. And it doesn't involve you getting caught.
Fair. Is that wagon outside still where it was?
Yep.
I imagine.
Well, don't worry, if you go too high, I'll catch you.
Hopefully I can teleport inside there as to not draw attention.
I would shoot for an open space. I don't want you to have to... I don't want you to fail the cast like I did.
Where's a place nearby that's unsightly eyes that I can recall? To the side of the warehouse? Anybody over there?
Honestly, the best thing that you outside, you don't know how wide, like how far are you trying to teleport?
I want to go outside by where they are.
You
so-
have no idea. By where they are on the
Yeah.
other side of the showroom. Oh
Yeah.
God, that showroom's massive. Less than 500 feet, if that's what you're asking, but it's massive. But you don't know how deep that showroom necessarily is. Maybe it was like 85 feet deep, and you're a little bit past it yourself, but you're not even like directly in the middle of the. It's like a corner door, so like maybe going backwards 100 feet and over by like 10, 20 feet, something like that. So the caravan is. It's hard to tell. And you also can't screw up. If you try to teleport to a spot where there's other people, your teleportation will fail. And there's people that pass by on the streets and whatnot. And the goblins don't exactly sit still in a nice, neat spot.
I can try. It's going to be difficult. I can't gauge distances real well. I don't know how far away I am.
All right. Pick a distance, but there isn't much here above, say, the 6-foot tall people walking by every now and then. So maybe if you shoot a few feet higher, you'll have a much larger range to land in.
Couldn't you shoot for the roof?
Or above me, I could go up.
Yeah, let me see if I can get an idea of how tall it is.
Actually,
Can I
you
give him
can.
advantage if I'm looking at that with him?
Honestly, you guys can give him a pretty good gauge. Like that's not a big concern. Even with the peak or whatever of the building, you can give a pretty good idea of how tall the building is. fairly accurate. I mean, honestly, you'd be like, I think it's like
Because we're
you know,
outside, so
yeah, but like, I think it's like 25, 30 feet. Why don't you shoot for like 35, and if you fall a little, you'll live. You know?
yeah, aim for the roof.
That sounds like a good idea. So yeah, I guess go up and put like 40 feet on it, somewhere between 30 and 40. You'll probably be safe. Don't go too high. But I think the roof isn't much bigger than.
Roll me that same +9 check you did
25.
earlier.
Hopefully, there's no guards up there.
Are you happy with your 9?
We don't have any luck.
I don't think I can luck it, so
You can't. Haha, nobody loves you. So, yeah, you with your 19, you try to jump up into the what you get beforehand, the 21, right? Yeah. You try to jump up and teleport up through the ceiling to get through. You do not go. Whatever is here protecting, warding this building, full of magic items, is designed to resist people easily being able to transport in or out of it. Yeah, you do not teleport. Instead, you just make a lot of flashes and lights and whatnot. That kind of makes you stand out a little bit. There's somebody that notices and goes, "What the hell? A snake!"
I've been made. I couldn't get out. That's
Try
all
again.
you hear in your head. I'm going to. I'm trying again immediately.
So he goes, "Okay, let me think. Aktulaka. No, fuck. Laktu Aka.
Cool.
No. Kaku Laku. Shit, what's the command word?"
Yes.
Woo!
All of a sudden, you start to, he's like, yeah, yes, yeah, Aktulaka, Aktulaka. He says, walking forward, saying it over and over again, "It's working." And then, like, you teleport onto the roof and land onto the roof. Not hard enough to hurt yourself or anything. You had a third casting of that spell?
This guard sucks.
I have three spell slots. That was my last
Okay.
chance.
That guard sucks. There's a reason why he was doing that.
I'm on the roof.
He's like, fuck, I wasn't trained for this. The only thing I'm trained to do.
I mean, again, there's a
many-
reason for it.
How many saw you?
One, and he was trying to mutter some words. Octopus. Octu lock ass. Something like that.
Messy, go ahead and roll me a knowledge arcana.
Alright. We're not proficient, though.
That's okay. Your 9 sucks. I can't help you with that. Die in a fire.
Do you have a psychic die you can use for
I'm not proficient, I
failing?
can't.
Either way, you need to get out of there.
Yeah, I am out of spells.
Just slither down here and get in the cage.
Sure, it's that easy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your stealth.
Do I have advantage this time?
This. Ah.
Yes.
Yes, you have your advantage. I'm just shaking my
Scott, are you
fist at the
raging?
crew of you.
Why are you raging, Scott? What did we do?
I got away.
You don't know how to read hints. All right. So
I rolled a 9 on my account.
Read
sorry.
hints.
you guys you land down below and go and hide inside the thing. And we have to end the session here because I have to get up early and leave the house early tomorrow. I don't know if I told you this, but the people that were supposed to move in last week ended up not moving in for their own reasons. They like legit ghosted us. They had their reasons or whatever. Ghosting's a little rude, but they had their reasons. They were supposed to sign a lease on Friday and move in on Saturday, but on Friday, they just stopped communicating. And Saturday morning, they're like, I'm so sorry. We found out one of our kids has been exposed to COVID, might have COVID, so we're all going to go take tests or whatever. We're like, oh yeah, take care of your family. Do what you got to do. No problem. Da da da. And then like several hours, that was at like 6 a.m. or something. Said that at like 7:30 in the morning or whatever it was. Then like several hours later, we're like, hey, by the way, did you switch like the utilities over to your name and everything so that we're good to go? Like we understand if you need more time, like we get it, but like, did you already start doing that kind of stuff so we don't have to worry about it later on? No response. That was on again Saturday like noonish, and so we just waited until I think it was Sunday or Monday, and then we're like, hey, if we don't hear from you, we're gonna have to put this back up to be rented because like we're not hearing from you. And we never heard from them again. And so we're like, all right. So like we've been showing it ever like literally our anniversary was spent getting oil changes, me streaming, Brittany doing a little bit of side work and showing the apartment, and then we went out to dinner. So such a great anniversary.
Yeah, I remember that. That's funny.
But we found people. They love it. They're moving in. I'm literally meeting with them tomorrow morning so they can meet me because they've only met Brittany. So they meet me, and if they don't give me the heebies, then they're signing and we'll be moving in. Actually, Monday is when they want it for. So really fucking fast. Holy shit! I was like, all right,
Nice.
cool, yeah, cool. It's always nice when people are complimentary too. Like, oh yeah, that's great. So, but I have to get up early
That's fair.
and then work tomorrow. So let's get out of here. As I shake my fist at the U3, I'm like,
What do we do?
writing on the wall, and you guys are like, I forgot my reading glasses. I'm like, fucking put explosive runes there.
The writing on the walls of it's impossible to get in and out of this place?
So what do you guys, who wants to talk about what? Rena? Rena, tell us about how your channel is.
Played Back for Blood today.
Not that lit.
That was fun. And Genshin Impact yesterday.
Rena's
Pokemon.
channel's popping, is what she's saying. It's popping.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty chill. It's fun. No Dark Souls this week, but that's okay. Next week. Maybe.
If
Probably
you hear
not,
about
actually.
a house burning down in Boston,
It's Scott's.
Scott might have committed
Burn your
arson.
fingers, dog.
Eat them.
You're literally gonna burn yourself. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Rita, keep. Don't let Scott take away from what you have to say.
Yeah, continue.
I don't know what else I'm gonna say.
Follow Rena the Destroyer on Twitch. If you have the funds to do so and want some awesome emotes, subscribe over there as well.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
No, if you're into awesome emo, you turn to Messi instead.
Why?
Is it-
Jesse, go ahead.
Told
Talk
you
about
emo.
your stuff.
What's emo about me?
Your hair.
Your generation.
No, it's not. It's not really that emo. Pat's
Actually,
hair's more emo.
Sadly, our
I was gonna
generation.
say that's our
is the-
generation, bro.
is the emo one. Legit where the word is from.
Mhm.
Sorry to hear that, Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch at what's my channel? Messi was taken.
It's my channel.
Rena the
Actually,
Destroyer.
I got a new video dropping. Next week. Been
And it's
working on it
fire!
since. It should be out by Friday next week.
Ooh.
It is fire. Yeah, it's a good one.
I know
Dunce and
nothing
have been
about
working on it
that.
for like the whole month.
That's 100%
Oh, shit,
Messi's
did I
project,
tell you?
so.
Shit, did I tell you that? I don't think. I
No,
told
you didn't tell me when it was gonna release.
I might
You
have told
me
you
what it is.
something.
I know what it is.
Definitely haven't. You definitely haven't seen anything.
No, I have not.
Okay. Yeah, just checking. Yeah, just me and Dunce have kept eyes on it. Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be really terrible. So if you want to see it and you want to cringe, that is youtube.com/Messi was taken. I think. Twitter's Messi Twitch. Doesn't make sense. Deal with it. Thanks. What's up with you, snake guy?
Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm going out of town in the near future. If you want to find out what I'm up to, make sure and follow me on Twitter. I probably have a brand deal stream that I'm going to have to do while I'm out of town, which will be interesting. But that'll be coming up probably next week. And no D&D next week because we're all doing Halloween stuff except Scott.
I don't do Halloween stuff. I'm an adult.
Halloween! So,
Woo!
Oh,
I'm
actually, you know what
excited.
I might do? Oh, no,
You
I'm
have-
working. Never mind.
you have a daughter. You should
Well-
be doing Halloween
Well,
stuff.
on Halloween, which is Sunday, not Friday.
That's fair.
Friday I work. And I'll
So.
stream. Yeah. Just no D&D, but I'll stream.
So yeah, that's what's going on with me. Also, public service announcement: don't be a dickwad and share people's personal info. Thanks.
Oh. So
Sorry,
when
I
I
brought a
told people that
Markiplier's
Rena
work
was married to Cryptic, that was bad?
I think he's specifically talking about the War Stash jet leak that I had.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about
I
that.
think I'm specifically talking about nothing that had to do with this stream, but very frustrating thing that happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry I told them all about the private jet that has the pink mustache on it that you ride on occasionally.
Now everybody's going to be outside with their binoculars looking in the sky for a plane with a pink mustache on it, and you're wasting everybody's time.
I'm so sorry. Guys, don't go looking for it. It is not flying over Connecticut on the 29th at 2 a.m. Eastern. So don't look for it. You won't see it.
All right, let's.
That's a huge mustache, Scott. Thank you. I
Let's
feel so
go.
accomplished. I never was able to grow one this large.
Let's go raid somebody.
But my
I
name
feel
is
like Doug Dimmadome, but without the hat. I just have a giant Doug mustache.
Dimmadome, bro.
I'm trying to hold still so you can fit
The
it.
name's Dale Dimmadome.
No, I'm playing with. Hold on.
Maybe
Where is it?
if I go like this, is this better? Maybe if I'm like forward facing.
There you go.
Can you fit it now? Does this work?
Oh no, I grabbed the wrong thing. Awesome.
Uh,
There you go.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Is that good?
What's the mushroom hat?
Don't ask. Don't
That's
ask
my
about the
Markiplier
mushroom hat.
impression.
Don't ask about the mushroom hat.
Okay, make signals, Scott.
I'm gonna go raid and sub to Blue Aether right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Let's go.
Go.
What's your favorite thing about Blue Aether streams, Scott?
That I realize I am not currently using Twitch Prime, and so I'm gonna go sub to her channel.
Any other primers in chat want to sub?
I mean,
My chat, my
you wanna
channel
sub,
can
I'll
take
dom.
primes. And
There
if
you
you
go.
guys want to prime on my channel,
bye.
any
Messi's-
primers?
Messi was taken.
Prime?
Prime up. Messi was taken. Sub to it. He'll dom to you. It's
Any
perfect.
primers?